Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a love reading for Love Month, Taurus. I'm usually not a fan of Valentine's Day, but looking at it from a different perspective this year and actually looking forward to it. What I've been realizing is that the energy of love is everywhere and not necessarily isolated to a romantic relationship. I mean, it's not just it's not a new realization, but I guess I'm embodying that energy more, which is different. It's different when you are mentally accepting something or thinking about it in a logical way versus actually embodying that feeling. And this could be relevant for you, Taurus. I am a Taurus sun, so this could also be what you're experiencing. I needed to take the Light Seers deck out because I was feeling an energy of discomfort, of extreme discomfort in your space, Taurus. I'm not sure if there is a situation that is unresolved in your space, a situation that is still playing on your mind, and you have this urge to scream or to do something to just ease this discomfort. The strongest messages are always going to come through, Taurus, so it might not resonate for everyone. If it doesn't resonate, please don't make it fit. Okay, so let's see. Spirit for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, that's interesting. There could be a lot of emotional release right now of emotions that have been stored or are coming up to the surface to be released, especially after this past full moon in Leo. It is the last purge before the new Chinese year kicks in, the year of the fire horse. It's the last release, and I have been feeling that intensely in my own space. So allow the purge in whatever form that it comes in, Taurus. Okay, Spirit, for the sign of Taurus, strong placements, messages of guidance for love, messages of guidance for love. Only messages of love and light. Negative energy must leave the space now. All non-consensual access is now purged and sealed. Guidance for Taurus. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's going on for you in love. The Hierophant, which is your card, Taurus, Major Arcana. I do believe that you are listening to Source when it comes to matters of love. You are listening to your guidance. You are listening to Source. You are allowing yourself to be open to what comes in, not forcing. It's a spiritual ascension is what I'm feeling. It's an ascension in the way that you perceive love around you. It's an ascension in the way you perceive relationships, perceive marriage, perceive commitment. Because the Hierophant is a card of commitment. It's a card of traditional rules, traditional norms, cultural norms that surround our idea of commitment, what we've been told commitment looks like, what we've been told a solid relationship looks like, what we've been told about our value, our sense of value when we are not in relationship. All of those concepts for you, Taurus, are being freed from conditioning. And you are being open to a new way, a new perspective of looking at relationship, of looking at commitment. And there are many different perspectives. There are many different expressions of love without the box, outside of the box. And you are accepting and acknowledging that your expression of love might not be the same as the next person. And it's finding that relationship that can accommodate that, not just accommodate that and not just compromise, because compromise is not always a good thing, but someone that understands your expression of love and is able to meet it in the same way and is able to respect it. And vice versa, you being able to respect someone else's expression of love and how they want to show up, and meeting each other in the middle. It's a very new way of thinking of things, and it feels like a freedom. I mean, look at how he's laughing. It feels like a freedom, Taurus, that is coming towards you, about how you perceive love and how love is received in your world, and how you give love as well. I do feel like you are also finding a new relationship, or a renewed relationship with Source, with a higher power, with the Most High. And receiving this unconditional love from Source is what I'm also feeling for you, Taurus. Temperance, card of Sagittarius, balance, fairness, allowing the universe to take over, allowing spirit to work in the background, in balance, without you having to do anything. And trusting in this balance. Card of Sagittarius, also a major arcana, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. There's healing in a situation that's happening behind the scenes, Taurus, whether there's communication or not. There's a balance between the masculine and the feminine that's happening here. And it is being overlooked by spirit. It is being overlooked by your guides, your ancestors, your person's ancestors. Spirit is really working in the background to balance the situation out, to bring about a karmic balance, to bring about fairness, to bring about the energy of accountability. 14, which is a 5, and the Hierophant card is also a 5. So there's change happening here. There's a shift happening in the dynamic for you, Taurus. Maybe you've switched up how you normally are in a certain situation, and it's causing a shift in the dynamic. Or maybe your person has switched up how they show up in the relationship, and it has switched up the dynamic. It has changed the energy exchange between you and someone else. I do sense that there is silence or no communication, because I do feel like this is on an energetic level right now. This is on a spiritual 5D level. It's not on a 3D level, and that's what, the major arcana usually come in on a 5D level. So it's not the day-to-day 3D physical existence or physical action, physical communication. It feels like it is on an energetic level right now. And it feels like it is softening. Wow, another major arcana, Taurus, the Fool energy, card of Aries. So we have Taurus, Sagittarius, and Aries on the table now, but 3 major arcana now. So there's definitely something going on here on a 5D level. This is a new beginning for you, Taurus. This is a new reset. And I know I always say new beginning, and it's like, when is this new beginning coming? It might not be in the physical world yet. It might not have landed in your physical reality yet, but there is an energetic sense of you taking a leap of faith into trusting into the cosmos, into, trusting that even though something might not be here in the physical world and in material reality yet, that it is potential, that there is still potential in the universe, in the ether for this to land. And it's trusting in that, Taurus. It's also, amethyst energy is what I'm getting with this card specifically, and it's about something being released from your chest, from your heart space. I don't know if you've been anxious about a situation, Taurus. That energy is being balanced. It is being calmed and balanced right now. I do feel like you are uncomfortable with this pause, and this is an uncomfortable space to be in, because it's reinventing the self. It's about bringing in something completely new, outside of your comfort zone, outside of what your norm is. And Taurus, for a fixed sign, for you, that is not always easy, to allow the break of stability, to allow things to become unstable so that they can re-engineer themselves and form into something new. I feel like you've released your normal way of being. You've released your normal way of thinking out into the cosmos to be rewired and come back anew. There's definitely something happening here on a spiritual and energetic level for you when it comes to love, Taurus. There's a sense of freedom as well, again, that I'm getting with this card, with this energy. And there's a resonance. There's a resonance here. And the work that you have been doing on your self-reflection and on acknowledging and taking accountability for your role in relationships, Taurus, is now bringing in a frequency that is different to any previous versions of how you were. So anything that doesn't match that valence or that frequency is not going to be allowed to come in. It's almost as though on an emotional and energetic level you have created a boundary to only allow in that which is aligned with you. So there's no non-consensual access. It actually is getting blocked at an energetic level already. So if you're wondering why people have disappeared, or you're not receiving physical communication or interaction, on an energetic level, this is being blocked or prevented because of the frequency that you are emitting right now. I also feel like it is a sense of opening up your throat chakra, and throat is the body representation, or the area of Taurus represented by Taurus. It is about clear communication, but you're communicating on an energetic level, Taurus. It's not like you've sent a physical message or drawn a physical boundary. There's a sense of surrender as well. Like, it's not always comfortable, Taurus. I do sense the discomfort. But there is a sense of surrender. Like, show me, Spirit. Where am I supposed to go next? What am I supposed to do next? How do I move with this? Sitting in the discomfort. Wow, 3 major arcana. The world. Oh my goodness, Taurus. 4 major arcana now. End of a cycle. End of karmic cycles. The beginning of new. There's a lot of sacred geometry happening right now. You might be getting a lot of signs, Taurus, that have to do with geometry. I mean, if you look at the Fool card as well, the sacred geometry in that mandala, if you like, in the water, and that's emotion. as well as the sacred geometry here, there's a feeling of balance. And if you look at these two cards, the Fool is about new beginnings, the World is about endings. There's a very similar mandala going on here as it is in the World card. So it's almost like your ending is landing emotionally for you, integrating emotionally. The sense of self-worth, Taurus, is shifting. The sense of who you are is also shifting. You're not allowing repeating cycles any longer. And this feels like the snake, eating itself or ending a cycle for itself. And we have to do this in order to become bigger versions of ourselves. We have to acknowledge what it is that we are going to be eating and devouring whole, and what that means for creating space in other areas of our lives. So the universe, Spirit, is asking you, are you really wanting this? And are you showing commitment in the physical reality to demonstrate that this is something that you want? Are you embracing it wholeheartedly? Or are you still in doubt? It's working very much with the cosmos here, Taurus. Also manifesting. I do feel like you are manifesting. Maybe not actively, but in your way of being, you are calling in something new, Taurus. Something new is coming in here, and maybe that's the sense of like this anxiety I'm feeling, like something is coming in. It's not so much anxiety as it is anticipation, but it's like, that borderline between anxiety and anticipation. It tips over into anxiety sometimes because it hasn't landed in the physical reality yet. So it feels like something is about to happen. Something is coming in for you. King of Swords, and it could be a King of Swords. It could be a masculine energy that is very wise, very, prominent in his field or her field, because, the female identification also carries masculine energy, but this is a wisdom that is being integrated here, Taurus. There is a wisdom. You could be also, confiding in counsel, wise counsel about the situation. But there is communication here. I also feel for some of you, there is a conversation coming in that is going to be very balanced, and where accountability is going to be shared on both sides. And it is guided by Spirit. For some of you, there is an ancestor in the spirit world guiding you here, a father figure, I feel, that's guiding actually on both sides, on yours and your person's sides. There is a father figure, a patriarchal figure that is helping guide the situation. And maybe it's because it's about truth, it's about fairness, it's about accountability. Also a card of Aquarius, which is about the greater good. So the conversation is almost going to be about what is the greater good for the relationship, the third party, and not just what is good for one person over the other. There's a third energy when we are in relationship. It's us, it's the other person, and then the relationship itself carries its own energy and frequency. So it feels like this relationship is carrying a new frequency right now. Definitely communicating, maybe even communicating telepathically. I do feel like this is a very strong energetic connection, Taurus. It could be with an existing relationship, or if it's coming in, it's someone that you will connect to telepathically. There's a very deep, strong energetic bond here. What else for Taurus? Please, can you clarify? Spirit, please clarify. Wow, 4 major arcana. I also sense this flexibility with you now, Taurus. Shape shifting. Not restricting yourself to one way of being, but trusting and flowing and reading the space to understand, how it is you're going to show up in it, instead of boxing yourself into one personality or one way of being. And you are finding a new sense of freedom through this. Okay, please clarify any other messages for Taurus. And there's definitely something new coming in, and Temperance just fell out, Sagittarius. Something new, new love. New love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, Taurus, but I do feel like this is spiritually guided, like this is guided from source. It could be the renewal of a long-standing relationship, a relationship that has been through a lot. And the waters are stabilizing now, calming. There's a sense of calm, and there's a sense of birth, rebirth of a relationship. It's a rebirth of an existing relationship, or it's a completely new relationship coming in, Taurus. A completely new love. A complete new love. But I also feel a strong rebirth energy. So if there has been a difficult relationship in your space, emotionally turbulent or complicated, a deep bond that is complicated, there have been a lot of lessons that have been integrated on both sides because of the stillness. There could have been a period of stillness. And from that stillness, something is being reborn that is divinely guided. Temperance is also about patience, Taurus. Yes, this is definitely a relationship that is something from the past. It feels like past lifetime. It feels like this lifetime. But it goes back a long time. And it doesn't have to be time in the physical sense in terms of years or months. It feels like an old soul connection. There is definitely a sense of missing here. And acknowledging, the stages of the relationship, acknowledging the different phases of what this relationship is and was. There's definitely a missing here, and I do feel like your inner children are also guiding the resolution of this. It feels like you reflect with this person not only a deep love, you don't only share deep love, but also you mirror each other's wounds, which is why the relationship might have been complicated. But there's a deep sense of missing here. A lot of emotion here, Taurus. A lot of emotion. It feels like both of you want to speak, want to share this, but knowing that the time may not be the right time right now. Something is cooking, something is baking. Something's cooking, and that's why I feel like Spirit's working in the background here. Queen of Cups, some more Cups energy, Cancer energy. It is, I do definitely feel a resolution. This energy is about, keeping the peace, holding emotional space through the turbulence of emotions, being able to hold space for each other, being able to hold space for yourself as well. And also not self-sacrificing, Taurus, but allowing yourself to also process this, without any intervention, without any physical intervention. But sitting with whatever is going on here and allowing the emotion to flow through and integrating that, allowing the alchemy of that. Something is alchemizing within both of you. And it feels very peaceful. This could also be closure, Taurus. This could also be, a peaceful, like emotional closure to something. But it feels like something about to be revealed. Card of Taurus, King of Pentacles. Stability. So it's something about your stability, Taurus. Something about your sense of security. Maybe this is about commitment that wasn't able to be shared. This could be about you looking for stability in connection and love right now. Something with with investment, emotional investment and physical investment is what's coming in here. Again, King energy. So I do sense that there is a strong masculine and a strong feminine energy being brought together here. Someone who is prominent, someone who is comfortable in their foundation. Something that is secure, Taurus, something that is secure that makes you feel emotionally and physically safe and doesn't brace your nervous system is the sense that I'm getting. Anything else for Taurus? I think you're tired, Taurus. The Tower wanted to flip over, so it's something has been shaken up here, that has caused you to reflect and to really look at what you really want out of connection, Taurus. And it is a sense of safety and stability. You don't want to be guessing. You don't want to be having to decipher and decode what someone else is saying. The communication needs to be clear. The energetic exchange needs to be clear and defined and balanced. You don't, or you're tired. There's a sense of being tired of fighting for that or overcompensating for that and calling it, accommodating, calling it compromise, calling it normal. This is what everyone goes through. I think there's a sense of being tired and knowing that there is something out there that can meet you where you are, Taurus, and that does bring balance for your nervous system to be able to bloom as well, for you to be able to receive. Well, only one, please. Transformation. Only one, please, Spirit. Justice. Yes, at the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. Something's definitely shifting here. Card of Sagittarius again. Very strong Sagittarius energy here. So you could be dealing with a Sag. And remember, Sag and Taurus, they're both beasts of the zodiac. The mythology, the archetype of Sag and Taurus is the beast energy. And when those two energies come together, it can be very passionate, very tumultuous. But Taurus needing stability, Sag needing freedom. There's a balance happening here between stability and freedom. A new way of looking at how a relationship is defined. And Justice is the last card to come out, Taurus. Card of Libra. This is about accountability. This is about balance. This is about fairness. You know, it's exactly the same energy as the King of Swords energy. It's communication with accountability, communication with fairness, communication that is reciprocal and not triggering, you know, not attacking, not defensive. It's holding space for each other is what's happening here. And if, you know, if someone can't show you this energy, Taurus, I feel like you're done. I feel like that's it. You're done. It's a balanced energy here. And it's about truth as well. Okay, Taurus, I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment. I love to hear your stories. But sending you so much love, and have a beautiful Valentine's month or love month. Until next time.